there, UNF. I'm Mary Dale.
And I'm Courtney Spencer. Thanks for taking the time to join us here at North Florida Weekly, where we bring you up-to-date news happening around campus and the River City. UNF has always prided itself on having a very multicultural campus, a diverse student body with many different cultural events.
International students, faculty, and staff gathered together this past Friday for the 20th Annual International Student Association Dinner and Dance. Angelo Mora has more on this great event.
The International Student Association held its 20th annual dinner dance. The event hosted a variety of students from different parts of the world. ISA President Claudia Ramirez says having such a diverse group of students is beneficial to those involved.
I think it's very important to have the international students and the American students interact so they can learn from each other and learn about different cultures and diversity.
Like many international students, Ramirez got involved with ISA due to the common ground she and others were feeling amongst their arrival at UNF.
The reason why I got involved with ISA is just because when I moved to the States and I started going to UNF, I really didn't know anyone, and I thought that it was a great opportunity for me to get involved with students that were in the same position that I was.
Member and international student J.C. Escalantes says from the great performances to the delicious foreign cuisine served, the dinner dance is growing.
Every year it goes bigger and bigger. Last year we had at the UC, we're expecting 300 people, we got 500. Today we're expecting 500, we might get 700, so you never know.
The International Student Association's expansion over the years has not only shown growth, but also equality amongst different cultures. As one member told me, nosotros todos somos humanos, which means we are all human. Angelo Mora, North Florida Weekly.
For more information about ISA and their events, you can contact the International Center at 904-620-2657.
Some Jacksonville residents are still recovering from this week's severe weather. Unfortunately, the storms may continue to be a familiar face during the upcoming hurricane season. Forecasters predict that there will be named storms in the mid to upper teens, with a handful of storms becoming actual hurricanes. Due to last year's busy hurricane season, the Red Cross is currently seeking volunteers to help at emergency centers. To volunteer to find out more information on the shelters, visit www.redcross.com.
However, the weather was GREAT great for one particular event over the weekend. A park in Jacksonville was for the dogs Saturday, golden retrievers to be specific. Families and dog lovers alike came together at Dogwood Park on Saturday for the 6th annual Golden Fest, hosted by GREAT Rescue of Jacksonville. That's Golden Retriever Emergency Assistance Team. The event featured contests and silent auctions, dog-related vendors, with the proceeds going to rehabilitate and rehome neglected golden retrievers in Jacksonville. Great Rescue President Judy Brown explains how Golden Fest
today we can raise a lot of funds for our rescue and have a lot of vendor booths here, information, medical information available, our Golden Fest store. So it's just a fun day where everybody can get together and have a good time.
If you would like to donate or find out more, visit www.greatrescue.org.
The UNF Vegetable and Herb Garden, better known as VERB, is pumping out fresh produce and herbs here on campus. And those involved in the organic project are eating it up. Sarah Gojakian tells us more.
UNF alumna Katrina Norbaum knows how to turn an idea into reality. In 2009, she sought out funding in this man. UNF alumnus Bruce Osier and his brother donated the $5,000 seed money to make her garden possible. A family story tells why.
One Christmas I came back and asked my mom and dad, could I have a plow for Christmas? And they just kind of looked at me and said, you want a what? I said, a plow, I want to start a garden like Grandpa has.
He's been gardening ever since. It's his passion that led him to help.
I said, well, yes, because of the history and background that my grandfather had, that I kind of adopted from him, and if I could make it in memory of my mom and dad, Frederick C. Osier and Ophelia Tate Osier, I'd be glad to. I think it would be a neat thing to do. And from there, this has all kind of started up the last 2 years, and it's been pretty successful.
Osier shows me around and points out the foods. Among them are lettuce heads, leafy greens, berries, tomatoes, and the biggest head of cabbage I've ever seen. He checks in frequently, but the upkeep falls on garden education and volunteer coordinator Jonathan Feltz.
often. So we actually fertilize the plants that we are caring for on a weekly basis. We go out there every Tuesday, and it just gives them a little boost to maintain. And we also mulch the areas, which helps suppress the weeds, and some weeding does take place. There's basic care for the fruit trees that are there also.
Feltz also teaches free workshops and advises Adopt-A-Bed, in which campus clubs and groups manage plots in the garden. Verb has a budget, but future fundraisers will help. Osier plans to donate to both.
And I'm sure I'll be contributing to that also, just to keep it alive and keep it going. It's a good thing. You need to know how to grow stuff.
There'll be many more workshops coming up in the summer and in the fall. Until then, students can come here and volunteer at any time. Just contact Jonathan or check Student Update Weekly. Sarah Gojekian, North Florida Weekly.
The last workshop of the semester was Monday, but like Sarah said, stay tuned for more. The garden is located across from the nature trails, right in front of parking services. Students can buy produce from it during UNF Market Days.
After the break, we'll take a look at some very creative yet functional art.
And we'll also take a look at a very familiar store that is falling on very tough times. Stay tuned.
Because sometimes, even the rescuers need to be rescued. The Coast Guard Foundation. Find out how you can help at rescuetherescuers.org.
911.
Yes, water is all in the house. The roof is completely caved in on us. We need emergency assistance, please.
Okay, man, we can't respond right now because of the condition of the hurricane.
All of our neighbors evacuated and everyone is gone. Please tell me what to do.
I'm in a wheelchair and water's coming in. Is there any way I might be able to get an ambulance to help it?
The roof is coming in on us. We're going to die in this house if we don't get some help.
Unfortunately, we cannot send anybody out in this storm right now.
When my parents got divorced, I had to be there for my mother. She had a daughter going to college. She was trying to get her degree herself. We ended up finding out about federal student aid. I think you can dream big and you can think about what you want to do with your life, but eventually you're going to have to, build that bridge to the next step. Federal student aid was that bridge. My name is Ben, and this is my story.
Need help planning and paying for college? Learn more at college.gov.
Winter makes you sad, remember. It's always a nice time of year. You're closer to what matters most. There's no time like now to show you how I feel. Why don't you come back home? Share a little time. Why don't you come on down?
Invite someone to Florida and keep our future sunny. Visit sharealittle.sunshine.org.
Welcome back. Everyone can remember going to the video store at one point or another, maybe to rent a movie for the evening. But now the video stores are becoming endangered.
All across Jacksonville, Blockbuster stores are closing down and making way for a new generation of video rental services. David Smith has the story.
Tara Lacker has worked at the Racetrack Road Blockbuster for the last several years, but in less than a week that'll change. Her store, along with 7 others, are among the latest locations around Jacksonville that are scheduled to close. She says that the convenience of drive-up and online rental services are partially to blame.
The kiosks such as Redbox, it really is a great deal if you need the film for one day. It really is a good idea. And then you've also got other facets like Netflix with the online renting. And that definitely did put a squeeze on the brick and mortar stores.
Jeff Johnson, on the other hand, is a satisfied Netflix subscriber. He says convenience is just one of the reasons he's stuck with them instead of Blockbuster.
Well, I'm able to sign on online and look through all kinds of movies that you wouldn't necessarily have at a smaller neighborhood Blockbuster. And I like not having any late fees, so I can keep a movie as long as I want.
Jeff says that the time it takes to send and receive movies through the mail is a small price to pay for an otherwise great service.
I do have to plan ahead a little bit. If I want a movie for a certain weekend, I might have to order it a couple days ahead of time. But then, if I don't get around to it, I can have it for later.
Blockbuster has struck back with their own brand of rental boxes and an online Netflix-style service, allowing them, at least for now, to fight another day. David Smith, North Florida Weekly.
The next round of Blockbuster closings in Jacksonville are scheduled for Sunday, April 10th.
You know, Mary, I actually went home to Ocala to visit family, and the Blockbuster there is closing, and I remember when it was opening. It was maybe 10, 12 years ago.
Right, and the Blockbuster in the neighborhood I grew up in Jacksonville has been there since, I think, the 80s, the late 80s, and it's just now closed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good because you can go there and buy used videos and DVDs, but it's kind of sad. Yeah.
It's just a new generation.
Right.
The one UNF professor is displaying his talents in hopes that everyone will see. Here at the Jacksonville Contemporary Art is Fusion, an exhibit that features work by a group called The Firm. It's for ceramic artists, including UNF ceramics professor Stephen Haywood, that specialize in creating pottery that is not only art but also functional. From the looks, you can see that the exhibit isn't getting much buzz. In hopes to draw a crowd and teach others about ceramics, the group also holds seminars and lectures. You can do your part in helping Firm get some buzz. The Fusion exhibit at the Jacksonville MoCA will be open until May 1st. For more information on the Firm, visit their website at www.thefirmceramics.com.
Coming up after the break, more arts and music.
We'll take a look at what's happening around Jacksonville, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.